What shocked us about living in the Netherlands? This is gonna be a video done from an American woman or couple, I'm not sure yet, about the shocks of living in the Netherlands. I mean, most of the times these videos are really disappointing because they always point out quite useless stuff or stuff that is too, I don't know, too Europe centric more than that country, about that country. So yeah, I really have low expectations, but maybe my mind will be blown. So yeah, let's check out the video. Come on, let's check it out.
Before we moved to the Netherlands, we knew we were going to be in for a little bit of a culture shock. So we knew things like most homes here didn't have air conditioning and we'd find milk on the shelves.
Okay.
However, there have been a few things.
Okay, this is starting already good because there's not gonna be any air conditioning talk, and there's always the thing that Americans say, "Oh, in Europe they don't have air conditioning." Oh my God, always. So, yeah, at least that one we removed it.
That have surprised us as Americans living in the Netherlands. We're at the Hef Bridge, and let's count down the top 10 biggest culture shock moments we've experienced so far.
Hi, I'm Alex.
And I'm Michelle, and we're Buncharted. Let's get into it.
Okay. Wow. Half park in Rotterdam. Okay.
Number 10. Here's one thing that I kind of knew, but was still really surprising. Taxes included in all the prices. Like, the price of the item is actually the price you pay.
Okay. Oh my God. Whatever. Okay, 2 or 3 for sure are gonna be something really obvious that it's about everyone in Europe. But let's hope they will give us some good ones.
And that's not at all how it works in the United States. So taxes apply to...
Okay, I'm gonna just keep it.
And I spell it out for you. It's dead simple, and I don't know why they don't do this in the US.
Number 9. Here's another one that we kind of knew before, but it was still really difficult to adjust to. Eggs aren't refrigerated here. It's really weird to see them in the grocery store on the shelf next to the cake mix. And it's really hard not to put them in the fridge after you're done using them.
Yeah.
Okay, this is very different. This comes as a shock for me too, because now that I think about it, it's kind of rare to see eggs in the refrigerator in Italy. But I mean, when you buy eggs, the first thing you're gonna do when you get home, you're gonna put them in your refrigerator, so might as well. I don't know what's actually the difference.
It definitely feels like you're doing something wrong. The shelf life's only about 2 weeks here, and whereas in the US, it's typically a month or more. But when you shop for eggs in the grocery store, it's way more common to see them in 6-packs rather than by the dozen. Number 8. This is something that took us a while to notice. Curse words on TV. We don't normally have cable TV, and the temporary apartment that we were staying at when we got here, we did. So we fell into the habit of watching a lot of TV shows that we used to watch back when we had cable TV in the US, namely Catfish.
But does she have her location on Snapchat? Oh. Ohio!
But nothing was bleeped. And it took us a while to notice because when nothing's bleeped, it actually sounds super normal. I'd actually argue that adding the beep draws more attention to the fact that the person is cursing. And honestly, the lack of bleeping made a lot of these conversations sound more.
But I think because it's in English, I think even here in Italy, most of the times they don't even really like bleep if the insult is in another language. If it's in Italian, they will definitely bleep it. I don't know. Maybe. Let me know if that's the case in the Netherlands too.
More authentic, since it's how the person's normally speaking.
They said
Number 7. I don't think I've had to pay with my physical debit or credit card anywhere since moving here. Every place uses Apple Pay, and it actually works, like every single time, unlike in the United States.
Really?
I've actually stopped carrying my wallet completely. And one of the things we heard a lot about before coming here was that a lot of places don't accept credit cards at all, they just take cash. We haven't really run into that yet. We have run into situations where places only take debit cards, and they don't accept credit cards. Credit cards here do seem to be fairly rare, not just for small purchases, but even for larger purchases. But at least we found most places accept them anyway.
Yeah. Number 6. My next one is generally just like the grocery store shopping experience here. I was so surprised to see the sheer amount of shapes and sizes of pre-cut refrigerated potatoes.
Refrigerated potatoes? What do you mean? Apple.
Every single
Wow.
store has at least 20 different options, and the same goes for pre-cut and pre-mixed vegetables. So like if you're making a stir fry and you need to add vegetables to the mix, you just grab a bag from the refrigerated section and you're good to go.
The stir fry bag.
Yes, the stir fry bag. Another thing
that's
that
so
was a
cool.
really good surprise here was the sheer amount of vegetarian and vegan like meat replacement options, and the fact that most of them are store brand. This is almost unheard of in your average grocery store in the United
really?
States. And the prices for all of these here in the Netherlands are fairly reasonable, considering we would pay upwards of like $8 USD for just a couple of frozen black bean patties in the United States.
What? So expensive.
All right,
That's really cool, the stuff that we don't really have that much here. Most supermarkets, I mean, no, I think no supermarket here, like even the biggest ones won't have that many size of and different type of potatoes cut. Yeah, probably not. But I mean, you're in Northern Europe, come on. So there was like a cool map that showed like this part of Europe, center to north, is all potatoes, and then the other part it's all tomatoes. So I'm guessing that's the difference, right? That's pretty cool, though.
Back for number 5.
Appointments.
Dutch culture is very appointment driven, meaning almost everything requires an appointment, which was honestly great in the beginning of our process of getting our residence permits. When we needed to register in a municipality, it was nice to know that we could schedule an appointment, show up, and not have to wait hours on end to be seen, which is generally how everything government related works in the United States. However, this became less of a pro and more of a con when we needed to simply pick up our residence cards, which we literally have to make an appointment to do. And it's just to pick up what is essentially a couple pieces of paper. It's kind of crazy to us because appointments are hard to get and we're waiting weeks just to pick up a document. But overall, appointment culture does make things more organized.
I think it was like that when I got my passport last year, because I had to renew it. I had to make an appointment and wait for lots of months, and then they called me to make another appointment to go and pick it up. But for the identity card, the Italian identity card, I don't know, I just went there, compile everything, and then they just sent it to my house. So yeah, I mean, I guess it depends for what your task actually is. I don't know. Let me know more in the comments. Come on.
But it can also hinder progress, especially for little things. Number 4. Okay, this one's specifically about the working habits here in the Netherlands. When we started our move, we were working with several people here, and after 5 p.m. local time, nothing. The Dutch just don't really work after 5.
Now that's not the case in Italy.
And this is obviously in stark contrast to the United States, where someone needs something from you, even if it's only mildly urgent, you're kind of expected to respond to them after 5 o'clock. Also, in the US, when you receive an email and you don't have the answer, it's customary to respond back and just say, I don't know, but I'll get back to you in a day or two. Here, you basically just get radio silence until they have an answer. And as you can imagine, that's pretty stressful when you're in the midst of a big move and you're trying to figure out stuff about the immigration process or you're trying to figure out where you're gonna live. But the flip side of this is that everyone here seems to be extremely reliable, and we've yet to have someone forget to follow up when we ask them a question. And honestly, this is one of those Dutch habits that I'll probably adopt first.
Yeah. Number 3.
This is honestly one of the most shocking things since moving here for us. It's a bit of a negative. It's actually pretty negative.
Yeah.
Soda here that's not labeled as diet or zero or sugar-free usually still has artificial sweetener in it. It seems to actually be very common. And this is a pretty rude awakening for us when we went.
I mean, no sugar doesn't actually means the artificial sweetener. I mean, I always drink coffee with artificial sweetener because it has no calories, and I don't know if it's actually better or not. I guess nobody knows. It's never gonna be good anyway. But what the hell do they put the Americans that? I mean, how can it taste the same if it has no sugar? Of course, it's artificial sweetener, right?
To the store to get a Fanta
don't
or
get it.
something, and we were drinking it, and we're like, something's just a little off about this Fanta.
Has it turned?
And we took a look at the back and at the ingredient list, and bam, sweeter, sugar, and sucralose. Both.
Oh!
We did some extensive Googling to try and figure out why this is. We assumed there was some sort of like sugar tax or some sort of mandate for health reasons in the European Union, but we were left with more questions than answers. So if you know why this trend is so prominent in the Netherlands, please let us know in the comments.
Please. Number 2, one thing that I was totally thrown off by when we first moved here was the lack of tampons with applicators. They're not at all common here. This is something that I haven't heard a lot of people.
That's not a shock to me. I wouldn't know.
People talk about. So in the US, when you're shopping for tampons, they generally have both applicators and non-applicators, but the ones with applicators are definitely the dominant type that you see most in stores. And this really took a while.
I'm gonna trust her with this one.
But overall, it is a great thing because it's less waste, and the non-applicator tampons are way cheaper here than the ones in the United States. And now for the biggest culture shock we've experienced so far in the Netherlands.
Wait, let me... Oh, fuck. What do you mean catcalling? Fuck, I wanted to guess it. Okay, whatever.
Number 1. So I didn't hear about this one until we actually moved to the Netherlands, but a lot of women get catcalled on the streets. This seems to be a pretty common problem in the Netherlands, so much so that the 2 largest cities
Bro, wait until you come to Italy.
in the country, Amsterdam and Rotterdam, have banned catcalling, and it can now result in a fine of up to 4,100 euros or 3 months jail time. Other cities are also taking measures to spread awareness about catcalling. So Utrecht actually began a campaign where an electronic billboard will actually catcall men that walk by it, and then those men will be approached by a city employee to educate them against catcalling.
Oh,
Jij gaat met die
wow.
kaart. Ja, jij. Ik ben blij dat je me hoort. Heb je zin in seks?
And none of these solutions are
Bro,
perfect.
what? Is that actually true? I mean, it will make you feel ashamed of yourself, I'm sure.
And the country still has a really long way to go to eliminate catcalling and to ensure that women feel safe when they're walking on the streets.
Okay, I think that...
I don't know. I'm not a woman, so I wouldn't know, but it depends. Like, if you pay a compliment to a woman, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they mean by catcalling, you know? It seems like, I mean, you're on the street or plain daylight. How bad can that be? I don't know. I'm gonna get cancelled after this one, but I don't know. I don't know. Pretty obvious here in Italy. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, not that I've done it. I think I've never done it in my whole life for a woman, but still, I mean, maybe I'm an introvert, so yeah. But I don't think it's that crazy. Such a shock. I don't know. You will let me know. If you're a Dutch woman, let me know if it's that bad in the Netherlands, the catcalling kind of cultural thing, if we can call it that way.
covers everything, at least so far. It's going to be interesting to see how this list evolves over time, the longer that we're here. I'm sure there's a lot more to discover here in the Netherlands and also as we start to travel more around Europe. Actually, why don't y'all let us know, what's the biggest culture shock moment that you've experienced and what was it? But for now, that's all we have. So we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
That was really interesting. I mean, I want to say that this video was way better than most videos that I've seen before, that they were just like very, very straight to the point, just pointing out everything, I don't know, that everyone defines as a cultural shock. So very generic. This one was more specific in most of the fields. So it was really cool. It was really cool. It was a nice video. I'm waiting for you, the Dutch, to be answering in the comment section and tell me which one do you think it's actually like that and which ones that you don't really feel that is actually that way. Okay guys, I hope you did enjoy this type of reaction video. I want to learn more about the culture of the Netherlands, so keep on recommending me videos and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.